Welcome to Sheriff's Talk, a public affairs program of KWN TV7. Join us every week as we talk various aspects of law enforcement and how important it is for the citizens and law enforcement to work together. Now join us for another edition of Sheriff Talk on KWN Live and Local TV Channel 7. All right, welcome into another edition of Sheriff Talk here on KWN TV. It's a brand new year. It looks like winter has arrived. We welcome a couple of Dade County's finest here with us. How are y'all today?
A little chilly, but good.
Mary and Cindy both with us today. It is cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
But on one of our other shows, our morning show, Cheryl does not like cold weather. And she was really complaining. I said, it's winter. This is normal temperatures.
I don't like these normal temperatures.
It was abnormal before.
That's right.
It was so warm.
You know, and I don't know what y'all think, but I'm tired of rain.
Oh, my gosh.
Geez. Yeah.
That's all we've had.
If it had been this cold over the weekend, we
it
don't
had
have
ice.
a shovel big enough.
No. It's like the blizzard of '93 all over again.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have a shovel big enough, I don't think.
Back in August, I think, I heard somebody was saying that some of the meteorologists were talking about this being the coldest winter in a very long time. And up until Sunday, I
thought they were wrong.
Yeah. They may be wrong.
They got you wrong again.
It's been rather temperate. It's been rather warm.
But I will share with you. Now, he said he wanted to talk to me. But I caught up with Patrick Core over, I think it was last Friday, and he said, we need to talk. He said, there's some changes coming.
Is that good or bad?
Well, winter changes.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Winter
like that.
changes coming.
Going to start getting cold?
Yeah, that's kind of what he alluded to. I don't know. We haven't talked yet. But, I mean, that's what he said. He said, I need to sit down and talk with you or call you because there's some major changes coming in the next few days, a week or so.
I guess that's what it was.
You know, and I'm assuming we're going to get into winter.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, okay, we haven't had it thus far, but, you know. And it's been, we had a wind chill factor, I think, yesterday morning of 6.
I believe it.
You know,
I
it was
absolutely
regular
believe
about 19, 18 degrees. And
Yeah. That's cold.
so, but that's normal January weather.
Yeah, exactly.
But after all this warm weather, it doesn't feel like it.
You know,
We've been living in a false
that's
spring.
the only
Yes, we have, and I missed it.
The first bit of
weekend.
cold weather, I mean, you feel like it's 50 below.
Yes.
You know, and then you start to get used to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you don't. It doesn't cut as much, I guess, when you're outdoors or whatever.
Well, no, that wind sure does cut.
After you get used to it, you know. And then all of a sudden, after you get used to it, it's March and it starts warming up.
I'm ready for March and it to start warming up.
Yeah.
Ask Barry. I'm a little whiner. I hate cold weather.
But this, you know, a little cold snap going on, and depending on when you're watching the show here on KWN, it's been chilly the last couple of days, so that is good. Speaking of the cold weather, we're going to take a break, and after we take the first break of the show, we want to come back a little bit and talk about some specific things that happen when it's really, really cold. We'll do that when we come back. Stay with us here on Sheriff Talk on KWN TV.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope. When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256 866-574-4710. The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great way to change your look? You'll find the friendly professionals at A Classy Cut Salon ready to care for you. A Classy Cut Salon is in the Grove Shopping Center next to the Dollar General. We serve men and women of all ages at A Classy Cut Salon. Call 657-5607. That's 657-5607 for an appointment, or just walk right in for your next classy cut from A Classy Cut Salon in the Grove Shopping Center, Highway 11 North in Trenton.
Back now to Sheriff Talk here on KWN TV. This cold weather, and I know that y'all get a lot of times calls. We need to be really concerned about several different things when it gets really, really cold, when it gets down to the teens and wind chill factors. The biggest concern is the elderly and the heat factor.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
You know, or young children that may be in homes where there's not a lot of heat.
Yep.
And y'all do a lot of welfare checks, don't you?
We do. One of the biggest things are definitely shut-ins, folks that still are kind of independent enough to take care of themselves inside their house, but not really good enough to get out to Walmart and such, or those that are bedridden and have special care come in. But especially with it being this cold, through the nights, it's been dropping down. I think you said it was a 6 with wind chill.
Well, the wind chill factor, we're figuring it's about 6 above zero.
That's cold. And
yeah, if you don't have a house that's got great insulation, absolutely, it don't take
burn
long.
Right through it.
No, it doesn't.
Just chill right through it. Keep an eye on each other, watch each other. As most other times a year when it's super hot, you want to do the same thing. But definitely when it's this cold, be mindful of people you know that maybe they need a thermos of coffee, or maybe they need to be checked on maybe a few more times than you may normally.
What if somebody is out there, and of course we're talking with 4 different counties, but I would think it's pretty much the same no matter what county you're in, the same way. If you know of someone that needs to be checked on, you know, maybe you have a relative that lives in one of these 4 county areas that you don't have a way to go check yourself. Now, y'all do a lot of welfare checks.
We do.
And I guess you just go up, knock on the door, and say, hey,
Just checking on you.
somebody had a concern, and we'll make sure you had your heat and that type
Have
of
to
thing.
eat.
Yep.
And I guess there's resources that y'all can call too, that if somebody doesn't have heat. I mean, I can remember particular situations where when I was responding, I mean, that sometimes you'd find somebody didn't have any heat.
There's still people out there that doesn't have heat or air.
I mean, you kind of wonder, but I mean, air, I guess you're a little bit more, you know, some people just don't want to have air conditioning. They're okay with a box fan in the window, and that's the most important thing in the summertime is circulating that air.
Exactly.
And just don't let it stivey up
Stay
inside the
on
house, even if that's a word. But, you know, if someone doesn't have any heat, there's help available.
There is, and it's dangerous if you don't have heat, especially when it's that cold.
And I know this is not particular, you know, fire prevention, but both of y'all have been in law enforcement long enough. You don't heat your house with the stove open.
No.
No.
A lot of people try it.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah,
Seen
that's
it.
not
Make
good.
sure you're-
I've seen people start open fires in their living rooms just to keep
Stay warm.
and obviously that's not good either.
No.
Matter of fact, the old timey charcoal
Grills.
the little round ones we all had. Well, I've seen people burning one of those right in the middle of their living room, and open fire right there.
And breathing that
Yeah,
toxic
I
air.
mean, they got a window that's below head level that the smoke is going out, and that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, due to the fact that the heat's going out the window as well.
Oh yeah,
Sure is.
Or the cold air is
coming in.
Yep.
Through a window. It's just very dangerous. You don't have to do that. So if there's anybody watching in any of the counties, call, and you have a situation where you don't have adequate heat, don't stay in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
It is life-threatening in a lot of
It
cases.
is.
Oh, it is.
It very much is.
And there's help available, and it may be calling the sheriff's department in your town or your city police department in your town, no matter where you're at in the 4 counties that we cover, and to say, I need some help, and y'all will give them help. I mean, obviously, you may not have a heater, but
Right.
you can
Right.
get on the phone through Family and Children's Services, through
Adult
some of the
protective
faith-based
services,
agencies.
the churches.
Churches.
You're going to find them some help.
Absolutely.
So there's no reason to be at home without any heat, especially. And we'll talk about it again in the summertime when it's 102 and the
Yeah.
heat index is 104. About having
You can't run away from the heat.
No.
right. We'll talk. That's another issue. But right now, don't sit at home and be unsafe
No.
and not have heat.
And don't start a fire in your house to keep warm, unless you have a fireplace.
An adequate
An
fireplace.
adequate fireplace, that's right.
Yeah, an adequate fireplace with proper ventilation.
Yeah.
Because a kerosene heater in some cases it's still dangerous.
Oh,
It is.
absolutely.
It is.
It
Absolutely.
really is if nothing else for ventilation.
Space heaters, make sure that they're on firm footing.
Firm foundation.
I've seen where those things have turned over and the elements inside catch the house on fire. So just things like that. Just make sure if you are using a space heater that it's on firm footing and that there's a clear area around it where nothing, I've seen where a blanket has kind of rested on it and it'll burn the blanket.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
keep it clear, be safe, keep warm, and honestly, if you need to call a friend, say, hey, I need a place to stay tonight. I'm really
It's a little
cold.
chilly, yeah.
Do that. Call the sheriff's office. We'll try to get you some help. We'll get you some help. But don't just sit and be cold.
Now,
it can turn
think
to a
if-
medical problem very quickly.
If the folks that are watching, if you yourself are having this issue, or if you know of someone that's having this issue, reach out to someone in authority, because they're not going to let you stay that way.
No.
They may not just have something take care of the situation, and they may have to take you somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You may be living in a home that is not adequate enough to be able to have heat.
That's true.
I mean, that's the unfortunate thing. I have seen homes that are like that, and I know y'all have too. But do not stay there. It's very, very dangerous for anybody, but especially the elderly and the young,
Yes.
especially both of them. So
Absolutely.
just want to really touch on that, because I know y'all get a lot. I hear, welfare check, or go check on this person. Haven't heard from them in a couple days, and the family members maybe out of state want y'all to go and check because they can't get them on the phone and that kind of
Absolutely.
thing. So,
And that's no problem for us.
No, we don't mind doing it at all.
well, I think it's a great service that y'all provide that we can, have a little comfort in, and it's not. It's not the everyday thing that you have to do, but it's something that's kind of positive for y'all to
It is.
be able to provide a service for that.
Get there before something bad. Try
nice
to
to
help
help.
before something bad happens. That's always a plus.
Absolutely. You're watching Sheriff Talk here on KWN TV. We're going to take another break. Lots more still to come as we continue here on this early January here on KWN TV. We'll have more coming up.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office, now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you're our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Innovation and quality. 2 things you don't normally hear about in a recruitment ad, but you'll hear a lot about innovation and quality when you join the team at Vanguard National Trailer. Vanguard is an industry leader in the production of dry van trailers and composite plate trailers.
And right now, Vanguard National Trailer is hiring energetic and hardworking team members to be assemblers and welders, as well as industrial maintenance for first shift openings.
And you'll work a full 40-hour week in 4 days, which means 3-day weekends. And overtime is available. Working at Vanguard National Trailer has other great benefits too, like paid holidays, paid vacation, medical, dental, vision, and life insurance, plus a 401k plan.
Full-time work, 3-day weekends, available overtime, and great benefits. That's Vanguard National Trailer.
Fill out your application today. Vanguard National Trailer is an equal opportunity employer.
Apply in person today. Starting pay $10 to $14 an hour, depending on position. Vanguard National Trailer Corporation, Highway 11 North, turn beside the Premier Healthcare Center on Vanguard Drive.
Hey, that cold weather is coming, and it's never too early to get your winter supplies from Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Everything you need to wrap pipes under the house. Winterize around the doors. Make sure your outside faucets are protected, and keep those drafts from coming through the windows. Get your supplies for fall and winter for the home and farm today. Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Telephone 706-462-2071. Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original Golden Fried Chicken Finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those Golden Fried Chicken Fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
Back now to Sheriff Talk here on KWN-TV around the tri-state area. Good morning to good day or good evening, depending on where you're watching the show. This show plays back several times during the week, so we never know when you may be watching on the various TV networks or the television providers, if you will, around the 4-county area. 6 different ones. We don't talk about them a lot, but you got. Of course, you got Spectrum in either the North Alabama area, Marion County area, or Dade County area. It's on Spectrum Channel 195, or you may be watching on North Alabama Electric Co-op Channel 8 that covers just about all of Jackson County in the Valley, especially. Even over to Woodville and Skyline and North Jackson, and Stevenson, and Bridgeport, and then then you've got the Farmers Telephone out on Sand Mountain in Rainsville that covers all of the mountain, all the way down to Crossville, Alabama, and down into Fort Payne, and even out on Lookout Mountain, up from Fort Payne on Highway 35. So, depending on where you're at, we thank you very much on all these different television providers. Had some great news this past week from Major. He got fitted with his. I don't know if we have the picture or a video that we can show. Maybe before the end of the program we can, because there was actually some video that was I think maybe your Facebook site.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff's Department's Facebook site. They was actually doing some physical therapy, walking with this new leg.
Yes. And it was so good to see.
Yep.
And he had such a great grin on his face, like
the ever present.
It's never left.
It's
never left.
Through all of this adversity, it's never left.
Well, he has taken this diversity, this situation that he went through, and he's went through it.
Yes.
I mean, and Marianne too, his wife. They have been
class.
They have been really a testimony to be able to watch and go through this.
Absolutely, both, all of them, the children, the Tommy's parents. That right there is the key, I believe, is that Tommy not only is resourceful and strong, but he's got people around him that are resourceful and strong as well. And their belief system and their love for each other, it's amazing to see. You're right, it's a true testament. And I'll tell you right now, you and I both spent a long time in healthcare. The rate that he is going
It's
is
phenomenal.
unheard of.
It's phenomenal.
Unheard of.
Yeah, because I mean it's not been that long ago.
No.
I mean, it really had.
No.
August.
Yeah, and that's only about 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
And,
And he's
and
fitted
now,
for a leg and walking
Yeah.
upright.
Because originally it was a year to 2 years is what they were saying.
Yep.
I think doctors have been amazed, but it's his determination, and you're talking about faith, and I one thing that I don't know how many people really caught, and maybe you're not familiar, but just recently, the lady that was responsible for this, she received her sentence, and I think it was 40 years,
It was.
and to serve 15. Which basically means she'll be in prison for 15 years,
Possibly.
possibly,
Yeah.
or at least, unless she comes
Unless
up,
something
10 or
prolongs
12,
it.
yeah.
yeah, prolongs it, and then up to 40 years. But one of the things that that may have been lost is the fact that Tommy actually went to see her,
He did.
and wanted to talk with her. I mean, obviously that was between them, but I think he forgave her.
He did.
And I think that, as from the faith side, is huge.
Absolutely.
Huge.
That would be so hard to do.
I mean, it's radically changed his life
It
You
has.
know.
And his
Oh.
kids.
and the kids and the family and everything. But to be able to,
Forgive.
that's cool.
It is.
That's
That's a good
cool.
man.
So I don't know if everybody knew. I mean, it's public. I mean, that happened.
Yeah.
But because he discussed it in one of the interviews, I think that I've seen. But I mean, I think that's part of the healing process.
That's
It's
what he
sped it
said.
up.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, and, you got to be able to put all that stuff behind, and in hopes, and I can't remember the lady's name, but I hope that she can also put her troubles behind, somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
That's, and I would think that Tommy, he would probably be the first one to say that.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's great news. I don't know if we're going to be, maybe toward the end of the program, have a picture. But just recently, you, along with a bunch of people, just had a fundraiser.
Saturday.
Tell us about it.
We started, actually it started about 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Our biggest part was like from 6 to 9 with the auction. I think we did pretty good. We don't know the finals yet, the totals, because we're still have some bills coming in and we're still paying some out. So we're hoping to have that by this afternoon. So I'll definitely let you know as soon as we find out. But there's a lot of people showed up, had some good food, some barbecue, and a lot of donations and some good items that we auctioned off and raffled off a couple of guns. And I won one for $20. That was really
wow.
nice. Yeah.
Well, very good.
Yeah, that was very nice. I
Very
was
nice
shocked.
gun,
I bought a $20 ticket, and actually I bought two on two different guns. But won a gun. So
Wow,
all
for $20
excited.
to buy the gun. She
No.
said no.
Didn't work.
Yeah, didn't work.
21, you make a profit.
I don't care. That's a nice rifle. It's a 308 Bergara. It's a very nice
Wow,
rifle.
that's pretty cool.
So I was
That
pretty
is
excited.
cool.
But I met a lot of great people from all over the world that supporting Tommy. So, I mean, they couldn't say enough good about Tommy. So it was
Well,
pretty
I mean, he's
impressive.
just a great guy. But we knew that already.
Oh yeah, we did. But they learned it.
Right.
I mean, they did. They said, they're amazed at his strength and his faith and how far he's come in such a short time.
Absolutely. Well, that is some great news. The sheriff texted me earlier today and said to have them talk about the benefit because he was really excited about it. Couldn't be here today, and I will tell you also the sheriff Bo Burnett texted me earlier today. He couldn't be here today either with some things because of the holidays he was having to catch up on. So that's one of the reasons that neither one of them are here today. So,
We
that is good.
sorry.
Go ahead.
We definitely want to thank a lot of donations that were given, but Food City donated enough food for $250. I mean, $250. 250 people, and that was chicken leg quarters and roast. I mean, not roast, pork.
They actually cook it there?
Yes, they did. They
Wow.
brought their big smoker, and then they had the sides, and it was really impressive.
It was a real community effort.
It was.
Of course, Wes Hickson.
Huge. We have to thank Wes.
He
put up a
did
big
lot.
tent on his property.
Yeah.
He really,
I mean, he
really went all out for us.
He busted his butt on this.
yeah.
I mean,
Mr.
but
Hickson,
Wes has supported the sheriff's office so much. It's
he has from
great.
from the start of start of everything, but just a sheer amount of stuff. When you walked through the benefit, you could see the silent auction items, and lots of people donated things.
yes.
But it was really good to see the community come out, give things of value to us to help us help Tommy,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and they sure did it.
I think we may have, I don't know if it's a picture or a video. It's a video that we're going to show here. Do you want to do it after the break, or you want to do it now? Okay, let's go ahead and do it now. And is it going to have audio, or do we need? There's no audio. Okay. All right. We'll just sit here and watch and maybe comment when it's over. That's awesome.
It is.
I love the uniform.
I just
Mary
have to say,
Ann
the
bought him
shirt
that
says it all.
shirt.
The shirt says it all.
Yeah.
Mary Ann said, he didn't know she had it. She saved it until it was time for him to walk.
I love the uniform. Did you love the smile?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was tickled to death. I'm glad we were able to show that there for everybody. And as you know, he'll be cutting up like a rebuilt pair of scissors before long. He already is, but
just to reiterate, people don't progress like that.
no, not at all.
After 5 months to be walking.
Yeah,
The
that
trauma.
is great. And he went to Athens, Georgia.
Did.
That's where that video was shot, I believe. And he rehab. And I mean, obviously, you got to go through a rehab. You got to learn how to walk. And none of us has been through that.
You have to relearn everything.
You have to
Yeah.
learn
Your
how to
entire
walk.
balance is off.
Right. Yeah.
To relearn everything.
And
Amazing.
a lot of people don't realize, and I know y'all probably you do, and I know you do, but your balance a lot of times is in your toes and your feet.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, when
Yes.
you only got one, you have to learn all of that again. You know. So anyway, we're going to take another break, and glad to see that. I think that's cool to see him smile. We hope you enjoyed that, and great for the fundraiser. And we'll let you know how much money that is next week, I believe.
Yes.
All right, stay with us. Lots more to come here on Sheriff Talk. You're watching it on KWN TV.
Mexican Restaurant is now open in Henniker, Alabama at 50 Lloyd Fry Drive. Karaoke on Thursday nights, $6 lunch specials, and catering is available. How about delivery? Yep, delivery is available with a minimum of 5 orders. Happy hour 2 to 5 Monday through Friday. And private party hosting is available with 2 locations to serve you in Henniker and Crossville. Le Mans Mexican Restaurant. Call 256-657-3999.
The Trenton Telephone Company is alerting customers that a mandatory 10-digit calling in the 706 area code will soon begin. That means if you live in the 706 area code, you'll be required to dial all 10 digits on your telephone. The 10-digit dialing will be toll-free, and there will be no charge to you. The switchover for the Trenton Telephone customers will begin on February the 27th, and you'll be required to use all full 10 digits to dial your local telephone number. If you have any questions, call the Trenton Telephone Company at 706-657-4367.
Why go online when you can have it today at Valley Liquidation Center, 321 Browns Ferry Road off I-24. We purchase truckloads of merchandise from large .com retailers and your local home remodeling stores and sell it all at 50% off retail. At Valley Liquidation Center, we have everything you need for home decor, furniture, bath, kitchen, flooring, outdoor furniture, tools, and so much more. And if you have a question, actually talk to someone in person instead of an anonymous person online or an email. Family owned and operated. Valley Liquidation Center, 321 Browns Ferry Road, Suite 125, 423-269-6444.
Hello folks, my name is John Green, General Manager here at Landers McClaughry Ford of Fort Payne, and we'd like to welcome you to see us at 1916 Glen Boulevard here in lovely Fort Payne, Alabama. Whether you're getting a vehicle serviced or looking for parts, we can satisfy your vehicle needs with over 14 bays available. We can service any make or model. On our parts boutique, whether you're looking for dealer style accessories or looking to have a Ford t-shirt for your Mustang. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, car, truck, or SUV, we can satisfy your vehicle needs. Come on down to see us at 1916 Glen Boulevard. Landers McClaughry Ford, your hometown dealer.
Handyman Salvage at 5121 Highway 136 West, just off of I-59, is where you can find Masonite planks, just $1 each. T111 4-bay sheets, only $17.99. Bifold doors at a great reduced price. And tape, buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value. And buckets, 2 for $5. You'll find it all at Handyman Salvage. Come by and see us. Before we get into the next segment, I mean, you know, we talk football sometimes, and of course, college is over with, you know.
That's all I can talk. I don't know anything about pro football.
But, you know, I'm a Falcons fan. But I have to say New Orleans was probably robbed. you know, you know what I'm talking about? The play where it was almost blatant pass interference right down there with about a minute left, and they could have ran out the clock if they'd have got a first down.
Control. Yeah.
And I mean, and that's spoken from an Atlanta Falcons fan too, you know. And a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans didn't want New Orleans to come over and celebrate in the Georgia Dome.
Oh, sure. I'm sure they don't.
So, but it was kind of. But one of the things, and I wish I had it, the I guess what was in Louisiana, so it would be LDOT, okay? Mm-hmm. You know, T-Dot and G-Dot, LDOT. They had on the sign somewhere in New Orleans that said, "We've been robbed." I saw that. I thought, well, you know, that's, I can't, you know, from a football standpoint, that was kind of a blatant call.
You can argue good calls, bad calls. Everyone gets their share. You know, but yeah, there's certain ones that maybe the game changers.
Oh, it was definitely a game changer.
Can they not contest it?
Not really.
No, it's over. It's
no. I mean, at the time
that
after it
particular
happened.
pass interference call is not reviewable.
Oh, it's not reviewable.
No,
okay. I did not know that.
It may be next year.
I would say it probably will be.
Because that's really the only thing I've been told that you can do. You can, you know, they can look at it at the off season and say. We want to change it, make this a reviewable call, where you could at least challenge it. I mean, you know, or something.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to get to the point that
you're stopping the game every time either.
You can challenge every single
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. Yeah. You know, you don't want to get to the point that. You know, now a 4-hour game is 6 hours.
Every other call.
Every time there's a call, you have to review it.
If you challenge, now I don't know a lot about this pro football, but if you challenge and you win, I don't know if it's pro or college.
If you win
lose
the challenge,
your timeout,
you don't lose it.
Okay. If you win it, you don't lose it.
Only if you use it. I mean, you lose the challenge, then you lose your timeout.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but if you challenge and win,
then
they
you
don't
still
take
keep
time,
it. Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's fair enough.
So you know, it's you know, I like it to the point that you know, you can look at it from several different angles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And to the refs' benefit, they've only got one angle.
That's true. Right.
And and you know, they get it right far more often than they get it wrong.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
You know,
we just concentrate on the times they may have gotten it wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and this was one. I mean, I mean, you know, there's no doubt about it. And there you go. That's speaking from an Atlanta Falcons fan on the New Orleans, but I did think that sign was, over the interstate.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I thought that was interesting.
I wouldn't want to be that referee.
Oh.
Or
Well, there's 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, that
could have been around it. So
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I'm sure that line judge or whoever was supposed to make that call.
Yeah.
But, but any of them can, from what I understand.
I don't know how that works.
And I'm not that familiar with who's got what angle or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And you don't know what other issues. I mean, that the referee's dealing with sweating or dealing with.
It's human factor.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
and guess what? It happens that fast.
Yes, it
I
does.
mean, there's some. It's one thing to look at it from a slow motion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Standpoint.
Anyone can armchair quarterback.
Right. But I think that was
The speed of life is
that was kind of
a
rough.
little bit different. Yeah.
That was definitely kind of rough. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there.
So are the Falcons going
Because of
forward,
that-
I guess.
Because
Get
of
that
that.
off your chest.
Well, no, because of the sign.
Yeah.
And I saw earlier today that some of the New Orleans fans were going to protest the Super Bowl. And
Yeah, see, that's
I can
all right.
understand them being upset.
I'd be upset, but I mean,
We've got enough protests.
You're
it's
probably
not like
right.
a life or death.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
That's again.
It's a football.
Do we want to get to the point that we protest and question every single thing?
Sometimes, some things you do want to at least question,
sure.
Sure,
but yeah,
stand
you
up.
don't want to get to the
No.
protest. And I know there's some diehard New Orleans Saints fans that, it was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's a business, and you hate to see that happen to a business and a team, and they worked hard.
A lot of folks.
But-
I mean, we all got our teams we root for. We want them all to do good.
Mine never does.
Mine never does.
No, wait a minute.
That's all
Your
right.
team has done good in the past.
Well, yeah, but it's time for them to start doing good in the future.
Well, hey, they're building
near
that
future.
ingredients back.
Brick by brick. That's the way it
That's-
was. No, I need something new. No.
Yeah, we don't.
And
yeah.
but Pruitt,
Yeah,
he
Butch,
may be
that's
the
what
one.
he used, wasn't
brick
it?
by brick.
We're talking Tennessee.
Yeah.
She's a Tennessee fan. But,
Forgive me.
But their coach, there's some folks
Yeah,
probably
I
watching.
think-
We get into Rainsville.
I think
and that's
Pruitt-
his hometown.
Yeah, I think Pruitt's gonna do a good job.
Yeah, and he's picked up a coach, I think, from maybe Alabama and Tennessee.
Yes.
I mean, and Georgia.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, he's gonna get it, and I like him as a person. He seems to be a good man.
I think the two best teams in the SEC this year, without a doubt, Georgia
and Alabama. Yes.
And we both figured out one thing together. Any given team can beat any given team on any given
Anytime.
day.
That's true.
Alabama did not have their best coaching day. They did not have their best playing day.
No.
They got beat.
Yeah.
Georgia did not have their best playing day.
Yep.
They got out-coached, and they got beat by Texas in the bowl game.
Yep.
No doubt, Georgia and Alabama,
Oh,
great teams.
Oh, absolutely.
But you can lose.
You can. You
And
absolutely
sometimes I guess we maybe need to be reminded of that.
yeah.
Even though it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm used to
whether you're a New Orleans fan or, in pro football, or you're an Alabama, Georgia, or Tennessee fan, or Auburn, or whatever.
What are you? You're
Are
Well,
you
like
are you from
State?
Florida?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I thought we had a gator
Florida State,
amongst
you're
us.
Florida.
No,
Florida State.
I'm a hurricane.
Oh, okay. The U.
Yeah. Back in the '80s, we were great. Back in the
Sounds
80s,
like
it was
us.
great. I really don't watch much football anymore.
Really?
Just some of the bigger games that I like to watch, but
Well, I was a Mark Richt fan, so
Yeah.
I was tickled that he
Yes.
went down there, and because I always felt like Mark Richt put the right thing above
Yeah.
the game.
the game.
Always.
You're right.
He always,
Yeah.
if his players done something, he was about making the right decision.
Bobby Bowden was the same way.
Yeah, I agree.
If his players messed up, they did not play.
Yeah.
Whether they were the greatest running back ever.
and I
didn't
think
play.
probably
That's what it should be.
That probably cost Rick, on
Well,
on several occasions.
He got
But
second-guessed a lot.
but he was building character. That's just and I
That's
was a
huge
Mark
for
Richt
me.
fan.
Yep.
But obviously everybody wants to win a national championship.
Yeah, sure,
But of course, and he went back home, and now he's retired.
Yeah.
And we were going to talk about something, and we're going to do that after the break. So stay here with us. We've done talked about football, and we'll talk more coming up. Yep. Stay with us on Sheriff Talk here on KWN TV.
Looking around your home thinking it may be time for a new look? Let Comfort Gallery in Kimball help you make perfect choices for every room in your home. Living room, bedroom, dining room suites from all the major furniture manufacturers. If we don't have what you need in the store, browse our full-color interactive kiosk to find exactly what you need. And don't forget a new mattress set. After all, sleeping well makes everything better. At Comfort Gallery, we offer free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months, same as cash. Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A in Kimball, Tennessee. Gigabit Internet residential service is now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber in Jackson and Marshall County. Residential gig service is now available for only $79.95. Call today to have your gig service installed at 256-437-5000. High-speed fiber residential gig Internet service now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber. Business and commercial customers can get gig service too. Call for pricing 256-437-5000. Gig service from North Alabama Electric Co-op. 256-437-5000.
Paul Feinbaum, you tell it like it is.
This is the SEC. SEC.
Well, they ought to play one more round, but whoever wins, the other team would have to get out. Don't even play football in the SEC no more.
You realize Alabama lost to Auburn last year, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I laid in bed 2 days after that.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekday afternoons 3 to 7 on News Radio 1420 and 106.1 FM KWN and Chattanooga's News Talk 97.7 KWN. Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Delivering top-quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services.
Knee pain, back pain. Is severe knee or back pain stopping you from being active? Is your pain stealing the joy from your life? If you have insurance or Medicare, you may qualify to get our new pain-relieving devices at little or no cost to you. Try something new and better to relieve your knee or back pain. I've used one. They're comfortable and they work. And we guarantee your satisfaction, so get yours now. Call us. I promise we are here to help.
As we continue here on KWN with Sheriff Talk here on this January brisk day, a little windy this morning again. We started out talking about the weather. Don't want to get back on that, but yeah, you know, it's just like the old saying: if you don't like the weather, stick around.
It'll change.
You'll get rain in the middle of the week and cold again in the weekend.
Yep.
So. It's that way. Listen, we've got something coming up, and we'll put it up on the screen here. And it has something to do with law enforcement. But News 12, WFLI, and KWN TV and radio are going to be teaming up this Valentine's Day. And I want to take this minute to talk about this. We're going to be collecting heart-shaped boxes of candy. And we're going to be distributing them to all of our fire, police, EMS, dispatchers, and a couple of our military units out of Chattanooga. It's called Share Your Heart with a Hero.
That's awesome.
And it's really a gesture of how all of us can do something to show appreciation to the folks that are out there every day putting their lives on the line, whether it be in a fire department setting, a paramedic EMT setting, a dispatcher setting, police officer setting, even our military that are put that back up there, Cody. Even our our military that are on like the Tennessee National Guard units out of Chattanooga. But our goal between all of us, we want to collect a little over 4,000 hearts. And we're going to distribute them this Valentine's to all the fire, police, EMS dispatchers around the tri-state area.
That's a wonderful gesture.
Absolutely.
You know, and we want you at home to help us. Now, whether you're watching in Rangeville, Alabama, or you're watching in Whitwell, Tennessee, or Fort Payne, Alabama, wherever, Sylvania, out on Sand Mountain and Pisgah, we've got 2 or 3 locations in Trenton that you can drop those off. And that's at Guthrie's, Real Living Southern Realty, or you can, probably the station's not that great a place to drop it off, but if we're happen to be here and you pick those up and want to bring them by, of course you're welcome to do that. And then we're going to have a live remote coming up from Food City, where if you go to Food City, you can actually buy one and then bring it out to us. But we're going to be doing a series of remotes in Chattanooga with News 12 all over. We've got 6 different Walmart locations we're going to be at over the next few weeks as we lead up to Valentine's. But here locally in the Dade, Jackson, DeKalb, Marion County area, share your heart with a hero as we collect thousands of boxes, hopefully, of chocolates and the wrapped heart-shaped boxes of candy. We're just going to, and then Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you see them there. LeBron Clark and the gang over there in Ringgold, they're going to be with all our remotes, but they're also going to provide us some vehicles to carry those around to all the police and sheriff and fire departments and city,
That's really awesome.
city police and stuff like that. So we're excited. It's called Share Your Heart with a Hero, so. It's just a gesture that everybody can get involved, pick up an extra box of chocolates, and then we're going to have them to be distributed to y'all.
That's very appreciated. That's very sweet.
You know, I've lived in a lot of different areas. I've even lived abroad in a different country. But the people around you are what makes somewhere special to live. And Dade County and surrounding areas make the difference.
This whole region,
it does.
I tell people often, I lived in a community with 10,000 houses. I mean, just almost on top of each other, just a huge subdivision, huge. And I knew one person. Now I live on top of a mountain. Very few neighbors, but I know every single one. And they all mean something to me. They are all important to me, and I know that I'm important to them.
Sure, absolutely.
That's something you can't find other places.
It's definitely unique, and the old thing, people around here raised right.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
And there's a lot to be said with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Bible says if you're going to be friendly, you got to make yourself friendly. I mean, if you want to have friends, you got to make yourself friendly.
That's right.
I mean, really. And the fact that fire, police, EMS, dispatchers, I mean, y'all go out every day. We were just talking about Major Bradford. I mean, obviously, he's kind of like someone that we'll be referring to because of that situation. But you put your lives online every day, whether it be answering the phone, dispatching the right information, getting the right person to answer the call to take care of a critical situation, or you're a paramedic, or you're an EMT, or you're a firefighter that gets there in the nick of time to be able to save somebody. You're all out there working for the common good, and this is just a gesture. I mean, obviously, the boxes of chocolates, some people eat them, some people, depending if they like it. I'm sure there'll be a lot,
But you'll eat them.
It's a gesture to share your heart and say thank you.
Very sweet.
That's all it is.
I mean, it really is.
Because these chocolate boxes of heart shape that you're going to buy and going to get to us are going to go to, they can go to a city officer in Soddy Daisy, or it could go to a county officer in Walker County. I mean, could go to a dispatcher in Marion County. I mean, so, you never know where that box could make a difference. And let people know that, hey,
we care.
We're out here in the community, and we appreciate what you do. So that's why we're trying to collect those.
It's really sweet.
We thank News 12 and of course the Mountain View Crusher, Dodge Ephraim, and Ringgold, and also of course Real Living, Southern Realty, and the Chattanooga area Guthrie's locations. So kind of tickled with that. I think it's going to be a good thing that we're going to do during Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Good stuff.
We'll be talking lots more about that. So that's
really sweet.
Did want to let everybody know as we get closer, then hopefully you can share your hearts with a local hero around the tri-state area. Well, I think we're going to take our last break of the morning, the day. Here I'm day parting it again. I don't mean to. Usually don't, but anyway, stay with us, and we'll be right back to wrap things up on Sheriff Talk.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
All right, Mr. King, how do you know the defendant?
You're much prettier in person, to be honest with you, pretty.
Sir, we are not in the club or a bar. Talk about your case. If you lie to me, you will lose. If you try to perpetrate a fraud on this court, you will be held accountable. Do not interrupt while I'm ruling.
Judge Faith Rules. Back-to-back episodes every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central on KWN-TV. Tennessee Valley Net, your local provider of fiber optic high-speed internet. TV with over 200 digital channels available. And phone service with lots of extras. Fiber optics from TVN is expanding to many areas. Call and see if TVN is available in your area. 706-657-4367. Or log on at tvn.net today. Bundle and save on fiber optic high-speed internet, digital TV, and phone service. All from Tennessee Valley Net. 706-657-4367. Online at tvn.net. A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main office is on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When I first came down to RE/MAX Property Center, the thing that stuck out to me was the fact that it's like a family atmosphere here. Everybody enjoys working with each other, and all of our clients that come through the door, we treat them like family. We've got agents that's been in the business since the 80s, so that's one thing that sets us apart is the fact that the experience that we have within our company. We have so much to offer. So we invite you to call, text, or send a carrier pigeon if you have to have our team work for you.
Team RE/MAX, we're on your side.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All right, back to the, I was going to say radio and TV classifieds, I guess. I do that too. Back here on Sheriff Talk. Real quick, scams.
IRS is not going to be calling you guys on the telephone. IRS communicates by mail. The sheriff's department is not going to call you and tell you that you have a warrant for your arrest. We would show up at your door in uniform, in a clearly marked police car, and we would do our business that way. Be careful if anyone is asking you for money in any way, even if they're going to give you some in turn. That's not how it works. Remember, you never get something for nothing. It just doesn't work. If you've never played the Nigerian lottery, you can't have possibly won it. If those things come up, block them on your cell phone. You can Google that and figure out how to do that for each specific phone. But do your part to protect yourself. I'll tell you though, these things are very, very convincing. If they weren't convincing, they wouldn't work and they wouldn't keep doing them. But there's a lot of people that fall for this stuff because they just don't know. They just don't have the proper knowledge of how things work. And let's face it, the world's changed a lot. Things are being done electronically that would have never been done in the past that way. But just for everyone's notification, IRS will never call you by phone and tell you to send them $3,500. No. The sheriff's department is going to call you and tell you that we have your grandchild in jail and you need to send bail money by credit cards.
We don't even take credit cards.
We don't take credit cards. And we would never do that over the phone.
I'll go ahead and tell you another thing. You can't call and say, hey, do you have a warrant on so-and-so? Because they're going to say, well, why don't you come down here? We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
We
That's
have to run it in person.
In person.
Do you have a warrant on me? Well, just come on down here and we'll see.
We'll check it out.
Yep. That's right. So be careful out there, guys. Don't fall for it. Protect yourselves. And any question at all. And I'll tell you, some of these things are offering maybe $3,500 in cash that you go put it in your bank account. The problem is there's a leeway of time for that check to clear. And in that time, they will have asked you to send them back $1,000, $2,000 of that. You keep the $1,500. Well, send us $2,000.
Excuse me.
The problem is you send them your money, which is good money, and you've got a check that's bad in your account. When that clears and it's said that it's bad, you've already sent $2,000 to them.
Yep.
And you've lost $2,000. So don't.
Yeah, they're never going to ask you to give. Nobody is going to say you need to pay money to receive something.
Never.
No.
Never.
You know, it just ain't going to happen. But
yeah, if it sounds too good to be true,
it is.
It is.
It's too good to be true.
I like, of course, he's passed away now, but I think it was Dave Ramsey said, Ed McMahon is not coming. I like that.
That's right.
That.
Yep.
Guys, it's been a great show.
Yeah.
And see if we can do this without the sheriffs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, guys. We'll see you next week on another edition of Sheriff Talk. You've been watching Sheriff Talk, live from the studios of KWN TV7, all around the tri-state area, as we give you information that you can use concerning law enforcement. Join us again next week for another episode of Sheriff Talk, a public affairs program of KWN TV7.